Welcome to another episode of the Control the Flight podcast. I'm your host, Drizzle. Got my guy with me, Fly Jones with me, of course.
What's up, my guy?
How you been, bro?
Been good. Real good. Real good, real good.
A lot of things have taken place since the last time we done chopped it up. But let's get into something that I've seen a few.
The bags.
I've seen a few. I've seen a few coaches. I've seen a few players. I've just seen a lot of different people discuss and touch on NILs. I think NILs,
too.
the transfer portal too as well. I think both of these things have the college landscape in a frenzy.
I would agree. I would agree with that solely because it's long overdue as far as like athletes being paid in college. Also, if you're good enough in high school too, man, if it was around when LeBron was coming out of high school, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Like they
he would have been a millionaire at 18. 17.
Nah. He would have been like he's a billionaire right now on his way to a billy, but he definitely would have been there probably 5 or 6 years ago.
For sure.
Deals, you know what I'm saying? But which one you want to tap in first, the deals or the portal?
I say the deals. Well, no.
What do you think?
I think the way I feel about the NIL deals, I feel like they're gonna figure itself out.
So let me ask you this: do you think the deals, the NIL deals, are affecting the portal? Like kids jumping into the portal because they're not getting enough money.
There's what's his name? Bruh from Miami, the guard, Isaiah Wong. He had a great tournament, right?
Yeah.
Straight up told Miami, if y'all don't increase my NIL, I'm bouncing.
They increased it.
Like if y'all don't increase it, I'm out.
Is it? So do you see that as a negative or a positive?
It depends. Depends on what side of it you're on. If you're on the side of it that's always losing somebody because you ain't paying enough money in NILs, then it's like, damn, I don't like this. But if you're on the other side, it's like, man, I'm about to go poach. I'm about to go grab somebody.
See, I think it's a gift and a curse for a kid, because even if he doesn't get that bag, say like Miami didn't give him that bag, he could go somewhere potentially and not have the same effect with the team or the coach. It's all about like bag talk. I love the players getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it. But also I don't want it to hurt the player in the long run, jumping in that portal because they didn't get the bag and then going to another school and might not being as dominant or having a team chemistry.
True.
That could potentially mess up your draft.
It could.
Yeah.
But if it could mess up your draft. So this is a thing. One of the things where I seen like a meme. This is a while ago where you had player A and player B.
Yeah.
So player A, he was in the NBA. He made, I don't know, whatever the league minimum was or whatever. But he didn't play.
Yeah.
Type whatever. He was just he might have played a few minutes, got a few points here and there, whatever. Other side of the player B, international, overseas, playing somewhere overseas, not making the same amount of money, but making decent money over there. And then he starts. He's the star. Yeah. He's doing his thing. Woo woo woo. So it's like, okay, it depends on what you want. Because you got some dudes you ask, you be like, bro, I want to hoop. I want to play. Like I don't really care about the bread. Per se. Of course, I want to get paid. I don't really care about the bread. I want to go somewhere where I can actually hoop. Yeah. And I go over there. I know I'm the man. Yeah. That's what I want. I ain't gonna be the man playing for the Rockets. In Houston, I'll be the man playing for the Shanghai Rockets. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it depends on. It's like, okay, you ask one dude, you be like, man, you gonna mess with your draft stock? Man, I don't care about my stock because I'm trying to get this money now. So I can get the money now, and then I can worry about that later. But I want my money now.
So that could see what certain players, and I had a talk with one of my mentors. Yeah. And he said like longevity is important. Every quick bag's not always the right bag in the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. Get your bread, bro. I mean, it could be it's one of those things where it's so new and fresh that you never know which way it's going to go.
It's going to go.
But you'll see the effects probably in 5 years of how it turned out for different type of players that took all the money up front, or the player just was like, nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to build my stock. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stay with this program. I'm not going to be bag driven. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the longevity type thing, and then who has a better career overall as far as like financial stability, and on top of that, who has a better career as far as being an athlete. Because right now, I think it's just about the bag. And that's a good space to be in as a player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see in the long run. We'll see how it works out.
So my thing with like the transfer portal is, I saw the clip of Deion Sanders was talking about.
Yeah.
He was talking about the transfer portal is gonna stop programs from going after high school kids. And the way I looked at it first was like, okay, so I get that.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 2,000 D1 collegiate basketball players, right? Yeah. And every year, on average, you got 500 who graduate.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So out of 500 graduate, and say another 200 enter the draft or whatever. How many people enter the draft, whatever. But you got about 600 to 700 spots to fill.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
So that means 600 or 700 spots need to be filled. Mm-hmm. Even the way I'm looking at it is like, even if the remaining 14 or 13,000 or 1,300 seats rotate, interchange, whatever, he goes here, he goes there, it's still spots that need to be filled. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it like, I get what he's saying, because some programs would be like, man, I'm cool off taking a freshman that I'm kind of on the fence about.
Yeah.
When I can go grab this redshirt freshman that I really wanted last year. He didn't come to me, but now he wants to come. So I'm going to go ahead and go grab him.
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. But it's also, now that just means there's still a spot for you. It might not be over here, but it's over there. That's how I looked at it. When Deion said it, I was just like, yeah and no. Because I can see it being like that for maybe a year. Like, damn, these high school kids ain't getting the looks they get. But like you said earlier before we got on camera, it's not that they're not getting the looks. It's that their time to make their decision went from 6 months to, you got 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make this decision, we just gonna move on.
We're gonna pull it.
Exactly. So now it goes, it's like somebody offer you a job opportunity. It's like somebody offer you a job opportunity. You only have so long to accept that job before, like, you can't come back and say, hey, you still got, no, nigga, we filled that spot, bro. Yeah. You up 6 months ago.
Unless you just overall.
Unless you just that dude.
Overall top 10.
Top 5, top 10.
Top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So with the transfer portal, I just think, it's a thing. I feel what Deion is saying, because I do a little bit of training too with some high level athletes, but it's just like, you cannot wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Like it's one of those things where, I could get a high school student, but I also can go get that D2 kid that's busting ass to fill that 7th, that 8th.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can go get that mid-major kid that's down in Eastern Kentucky averaging 30 to fill that role.
Yeah.
If he fits my program. With the portal, bro, it's just so many. Like, if I'm one of those big schools, I could do pretty much what I want. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're not top 10, top 15, all right, I just go get this kid the red shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the dude's name from UK? The red shirt didn't play a game this year.
But Allen, the one
Sharp.
Oh, Sharp. Yeah, Shaden Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he was be like, all right, I red shirted. I don't really like your systems. I'm going to Duke. I'm going to the league.
He entered the draft, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he entered the draft, but I'm just saying it's a lot of kids out there that might spend that first year, get the program down.
Yeah.
And then what if they don't like the program?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They out.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's really affecting these high school kids.
Yeah.
You see, like if you're in the business of like training high school, whatever, you see it as a recruiter. You see it. You know what I'm saying? So they have to pull that trigger early.
But is that necessarily a bad?
It's not a bad. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing for, like you said earlier. If you on this side, it's a bad thing. If you on this side,
it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. If I'm a high school student that's not in that top 30 overall, it might be a bad thing for me because I might not be able to go to one of those top schools that I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying? I might have to settle for the mid-major vibe.
True.
But for the coaches, this is amazing for them.
Yeah.
Because it secures my job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can go to that portal and pick this kid that played over at Duke, but he was 7th on the bench.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull him real quick. All right, then I'll go to Gonzaga. Oh, he's from the transfer. Like,
so the way I look at it is like, okay, the only way, because it's been a lot of it's been like, for a prime example, Louisville had a wide receiver who transferred from us and he going to Alabama. Satterfield insinuated that there might have been some tampering. Saban said, well, no tampering, whatever. I mean, if a player was to enter the portal, like, man, and Louisville's Louisville, but we're not. Louisville in football is nowhere, not even in the same stratosphere as Bama in football. Yeah. So there really is no all there has to be is, there's rumors that interest. Yeah. That's it. I just had Bama has interest in me. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah. It's like the conversation's over.
All this shit is tampering, though.
Yeah, it's tampering. But I feel like, is it? I feel like tampering is so vague. It's like they pick and choose when to call something tampering, when it ain't, whatever. Like, bro, if the better program has interest in me and I know that, that's not tampering to me.
No, it's not. I'm on your side with that.
Yeah,
I'm on your side. I agree. It's not tampering. If I'm Louisville, if I'm over here stuck on Louisville's team, look at our record. All right, Alabama's interested in me.
Conversation's over.
There's nothing to talk about.
And sprinkle a little NIL on top of it. I'm there tomorrow. Play. You know what I'm saying? Satterfield, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it's not even. It's no comparison because I would rather go train around the best and be the second or third option for Alabama than to be the Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Because Alabama's gonna bring in recruiters every
year.
I mean, the NFL recruiters.
Yeah. Every game, every practice, spring practice, workouts. They're just walking around our campus. They're always here.
Yeah. So my chances are better. And then if I like the number one up in practice one day or spring training, they on the horn.
They gonna rock with you. So my thing is like the only way, because they've been talking about regulating the NILs and stuff like this. The only way that I feel like that they can regulate the NILs is if they were to, how do you say, treat it how they used to do the transfer. So when you used to be a transfer and you used to transfer, you just had to sit out a year. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you might get lucky and they approve you to play instantly. But 9 times out of 10, if you transfer, you sitting out a year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think the only way to kind of regulate them not using NILs to poach players and get players to transfer is to say, if you do transfer, you can't do an NIL for a year. You can play immediately. Yeah. You can't do no NIL. You see what I'm saying? And that way it would kind of be like, okay, I can't just bounce for the bread. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a bounce for a better situation, I'm bouncing for a better situation. Yeah. But I'm not just gonna be like Isaiah Wong and be like, yo, pay me more or I'm gonna leave. Yeah. It can't be no situation like that. It gotta be like, I'm just trying to better my situation. So it's like that's the only way I see them looking at it and being able to honestly and logically put some, because you can't cap it. You shouldn't. You can't cap somebody's money that they can bring in.
No.
But what you can do, you can add some type of restriction. Like, look, okay, cool. You can transfer portal, all this stuff, but you won't be able to transfer just to go get more money.
Yeah. I agree.
Now you can transfer to increase your situation, better your situation, but we're not going to allow you to transfer just because you want an extra 5,000, 10,000. No, we're not doing that.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever. If you're going to transfer, you are ineligible to receive an NIL through your first year there.
No, I think that will work, and I'm probably
And you can do it another way. If you transfer again. So let's say you transfer one time, and you get to the next situation, you don't like it, you try to transfer again, you just not allowed to get no NILs.
I mean,
because that's going to be the only way to keep play. Because what's going to happen is, let's say you go somewhere, I've transferred, right? Mm-hmm. I had a decent situation. Let's say I'm at Wong. Let's say I'm him. I told Miami, give me more bread, I'm out. Mm-hmm. Miami said, kick rocks. Yeah. All right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I transfer from Miami. Let's say I go to USC, the hoop. Mm-hmm. I get to USC, right? They pay me more bread. I don't like my situation again. So not I don't like my situation. They gave me the money, but now I'm not happy. Yeah. I'm on the bench. Yeah. Nah, I'm going to bounce again. So I'm going to bounce again. Now I'm at Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so they keep them from.
Hold on. So what that does, if like players are doing that currently, you know what I'm saying? They're bouncing around. There's a kid that's been to like 3 or 4 schools in the matter of 5 years.
College?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but it was like a point guard that was in the tournament.
Well, that's why you don't know his name.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You don't know his name. That's why he keeps transferring. No, and you don't know his name.
No, that's exactly. That's my point. They hurt themselves.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Yeah.
So your idea is great.
Yeah.
But they're already going to hurt themselves if they keep,
but
because that's showing the NBA.
But.
What's that? That is showing the NBA what?
That they don't have the mental fortitude to tough it out. They quit. Cool. I'm perfectly fine with that. But as an NCAA entity, as the overall governing body of the NCAA, I feel like, even though that they don't, I think that you should at least have some form. You show
Absolutely.
some sign that you care about the student athlete, and you should be like, hey man, I'm gonna protect you from yourself. You can't.
Yeah.
And it's not even because we want control. We don't want you to dig yourself into a crazy hole now you can't get out of. Like, ideally, it's one of the things where it's like, let it burn. Let them do what they do. Let them move around so much that they realize that they're hurting themselves in the long run.
So that's what I'm saying. In 5 years, we will see the effect of it.
But we can stop that and just say, no, y'all just gonna stop.
No, I mean, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like or it's gonna be stipulations to be like, if you keep doing this, you can't get no bread.
No, so I agree with everything you said, but the NCAA is going to. They didn't want this shit to happen in the first place. First and foremost.
Facts. Well,
first and foremost,
the money. Transfer portal. I think that's whatever. But I think the money. They didn't want the money. They didn't want the money.
So they didn't want this to happen anyway, because you got them old head fucks up there. This like, oh no, this ain't how we did it back in the day, and we don't want it like this, and whatever. And some people were like, well, this is what's gonna happen. The G League's finna come in and take
their players. They're gonna pay them. They're gonna pay them. So if they can pay players, then
they're gonna take all the good players, all the top 30 high school players is gonna just go play in the G League.
Yeah.
So how do we stop this? All right, we'll let them get deals.
Yeah.
So what they're not gonna stop it. They're gonna let these kids sabotage themselves. Mm-hmm. So they can come in and say what?
Told you so.
Told you so.
Told you so. Told you so. You know what I'm saying?
That's all they're gonna. That's all they're gonna do is come in and say, "We told you so."
Oh, overall, just before we leave off this topic, I just feel like eventually, like you said, 5 years down the line, eventually, it's gonna balance itself out.
No,
eventually, like right now, it seems like, oh my God, this is and eventually it's gonna become a little more normal. It's also gonna be like, the players, everybody's gonna just. It's almost like the one and dones. When the one and done situation first started, oh, this is horrible for college basketball, and it shouldn't be like this, and da da da. And then over the time, you saw other schools implement the one and dones, and so all the recruits going to one school wasn't like that no more. It's spaced out, but then on top of that, you saw teams like a Villanova. Build it organically. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
they might have had a freshman here and there, but that was an organically built team led by seniors and juniors. When they won them 2 chips, like that was a homegrown, organically built team.
But that's always been the case.
Yeah, eventually, you have those anomalies.
A team full of one and dones don't get it done.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's proven.
It's proven.
Calipari has 1 championship.
It's proven. Exactly. So it can happen. You can be in the mix with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like, but eventually it's gonna calm down. Nobody looks at one and dones as bad for college basketball.
Nah.
It is what it is.
But they also look at it and say, we don't want a whole bunch of one and dones on our team. We want like 2 or 3.
That too.
And then we want to fill it in with like seniors and
that too.
And kids that know the system.
That too.
That can play on a big audience. And like my homie told me that what's the average rate at the NBA? Like for audience?
Shit, I don't know.
Like 30,000?
Probably depending on the arena you in.
Let's average out at 30,000.
Say 30, yeah.
But he's like, if you make it to the NCAA tournament, you playing in front of, you make it to the Elite 8, Final 4.
Yeah.
You playing in front of like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just a lot different.